Hello there, and welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I have been busy digging up huge swaths of land collecting clay, because I decided I want to build a large building out of the hardest block to get your hands on. Yeah. So in this mod pack, you have this recipe to make clay. 5 clay balls you can nap into unfired bricks, which you then fire into fired bricks, which you then craft into the brick blocks. 5 bricks to make 2 brick blocks. You can also smelt it using the create fan along with a source block of lava. You can't get lava source blocks though until you have blue steel. And I don't even have my Blacksteel anvil up yet, which is required to hammer out blue and red steel, which I would then need to make a blue or red steel anvil before I can make a blue or red steel bucket. So I am going to be making up a black steel anvil, but at the same time, I'm going to be using our blasting furnace there, crucible, not blasting furnace, but using our furnace there along with the crucible to turn all of this clay into bricks. And then the other room, I've got mortar, which is sand plus lime water, cooking essentially. And then we're going to start building a giant factory. I'm thinking right in this area here with maybe a glass door or glass tunnel that connects to the workshop. Yeah, we got fireflies. Yeah, I think it's going to come out to about here, cut over this way. So I'm going to need to do some terraforming in order to set up the area, make it look nice. But to do that, I need to craft up a whole ton of clay bricks. This is probably going to take me 2 or 3 in-game days. I'll be back when I've got progress done. Oh yeah, I also went and gathered up a whole bunch of iron, turned it into cast iron, so we can make the steel just a little bit easier. I do have 6 black steel left. I'm going to have to fire up a lot of steel. I need 14 black steel to make the steel anvil. If we look at black steel again, we need high carbon black steel, which we get by combining weak steel with pig iron. I'm gonna need more black bronze, more nickel, and the steel. Do I even have more nickel? Yes, I do. Okay, I've got nickel. I've got enough to make black bronze, I think. But yeah, as you get further along, it gets more convoluted what you have to craft. And we made a little bit of progress with the bricks. I've converted 5 stacks of clay balls into 3 stacks of bricks. This is gonna take a long time. We're going to try something in a minute. I just need to finish casting out this pig iron. Then we're going to take out the crucible. I've already set up the mechanical press there. And according to JEI, if I put weak steel ingot, which I've got in my inventory, plus the pig iron, which I'm casting out, in a basin with flux over a brilliant white forge, I can spin that, hopefully turn it into the high carbon black steel. Okay, pick that up. Put that down. And I want 1, 1, and 1. That works. Okay, and that should be, yep, that's the 8 high carbon black steel I need. Run down here. Swap those. And that will auto cast them into black steel. Got 8 down there plus 6, that's 14. And I should be able to do the exact same thing again to make the double ingots. Yes, I can. I'm only going to need 7. I can actually start some right now. That plus that. Spin them away. It's hot. That's all those, and then boom, we've got our black steel anvil. Nice. Now I gotta eat because I just used up all of my hunger doing that. You want to see something cool I just discovered? Okay, so it is late autumn, early winter, and so all the trees are turning colors. If I go all the way down here to land that I haven't been in for a while, it actually changes on the mini map as it renders. So all these leaves were green, and now because it is fall, winter, all the leaves are turning orange on the mini map. Since we now have black steel, I'm going to upgrade my backpack. Currently we have the tier 2, which takes 4 raw iron sheets. The tier 3 takes 4 steel sheets, and its tier 4 takes 4 black steel sheets. So we're going to jump straight from tier 2 to tier 4. So just to remind you, tier 2 has 6 rows of 9. Tier 3 has 9 rows of 9. And the tier 4 10 rows of 12. So that pretty much solves our inventory management issues for quite a while. Toss my crafting grid back in there. Yeah, that should do. There are also more upgrades we can use, including a jukebox upgrade we're not going to use, the tool swapper. That would require me storing the tools in the backpack. I can store them in my belt pouch. Don't need to worry about that. The pickup upgrade we could probably use. As to the magnet upgrade, that's pretty easy to make the magnet one, it looks like. Do I need the pickup and the magnet, or will the magnet suffice? The upgraded magnet's going to require a diamond. Or I can just do this on a advanced. Is it advanced take a diamond? Yes. Let's see. Void, I wouldn't want. That would, void items. I mean, you can select, void, grass, andesite, pebbles, but I would rather collect that stuff. Restock could be useful to restock like torches in your hand. Refill, also useful if you have, in my Vault Hunter series, I have a refill upgrade set to plastic blocks, and so as I place the block, it refills the block in my inventory, so I always have 64 on my hotbar, so I can build walls and pillar and whatnot. But I think we're going to aim to get a magnet upgrade. Sticky piston requires piston plus glue. Piston is not too bad. We have redstone. This is also not bad. Some wrought iron, wool, and some leather. So I think I'm gonna go work on that for the time being, since I'm getting a little tired of making clay. I've already got 5 stacks done. I need 14 stacks of this. I'm gonna do a 10 by 20. Oh, but for my life, added these rustic finishes. You need a bucket of tannin, and you get tannin by tannin is you soak, I think it's any wood, but I know it's specifically oak. Any wood plus a bucket of water in a barrel will give you tannin. So this rustic finish is a bucket of tannin plus 1 brick will give you 16 of these rustic finishes. And so here's the normal block texture. Here's the rustic. I like the rustic. I'm probably going to be using that on my factory I'm going to be making. But these are specifically made, I think, with these bricks in mind. Okay. Oh, I didn't impart its texture onto it. I was hoping that would fix the broken texture, but it did not. Oh well, if I do this, yeah, those look nice. Oh, that breaks the texture. And I can't undo that. Oh well, I guess we have broken texture from now on. Oh, and to get the ashtray, the stuff out of the ashtray, if you click on the bottom of the cured oven, you can remove anything from the ashtray. There's nothing in those two. I must have already emptied them both. Gonna go make that pickup upgrade. Scratch that. I used my only lapis lazuli gem I had, and I made it into lapis powder to make blue. I did that with it. I would need to make another deployer, stick a chisel on it. 50 times running this operation gives me a 95% chance of getting the cut lapis, which is what I need to make this. I'm not ready to go on a hunt for lapis, so that will unfortunately have to wait. I was thinking, why don't we make some ornate windows so I don't have to make as much bricks. But the only recipe for ornate windows is using iron nuggets, which do not exist in TerraFirmaCraft. So I think I'm gonna have to go quickly hop out of game, open up one of my Java programs, and write a new recipe for this. I think, to be fair, since this is a third of a nugget plus a window makes 2. If I do 3 glass and 2 wrought iron rods to make 6, that would be the same amount of iron as this and the same amount of glass to make 6. So I think that's what I'm gonna do.
A few moments later.
There we go. That, I think that'll make do. Could have probably told it to use any glass, but vanilla glass should be just fine. And so, as I said, 9 nuggets for 1 ingot, 2 rods is 1 ingot. So 2 rods plus the 3 glass is the equivalent of doing this recipe 3 times. So 6 ornate windows from it. I think the sheep are having a mosh pit. Trying to get over here so I can feed this guy, but they're all jumping. We're going to need to make a new one of these before we can make any more steel. And I have no idea how to pronounce it. I'm not going to try. But what I'm doing is I'm heating up some steel so we can turn it into, so we can forge into that. There we go. Now I can do one of these. Bend second to last and bend last. Okay. There we go. Right, and I'm heating up the raw iron for the ornate windows. But now I can do this. There we go. Now we got 24 ornate windows that I can always make into panes if I want to. Use that for our factory we're going to be working on. And I can replace this with the steel version, which has just about 3 times the durability. You'll never guess what I just discovered. If you fill a lamp, you can wear it on your back, which means you have a light source that follows you around. So you don't need to have torches in your hand when you are specifically caving. Of course, it does use the lamp fuel as you're going around, but this is really cool. So yeah, this is what I'm thinking. It's going to be 10 by 20. So the internal area is 8 by 18. And this is where I'll just set up all of my factories. And of course, there's plenty of space over here to expand if I need to. Figure I'll have some belts set up to auto produce more common things I'm going to need. I have to go to the south and look for bamboo. It's going to be in a jungle biome, and that is as far south as we went, which was about 7,000 blocks away last time. We did not find a jungle, so I've got to go even further south than that. But once I do, I'm going to find bamboo, and then once we have bamboo, we can set up a bamboo farm. I can then turn the bamboo into sticks, turn the sticks into bundles, and then use that to auto craft charcoal, or at least to supply me with the sticks to make charcoal. So in here would be the auto crafting, taking the bamboo, turning it into sticks, taking the sticks, turning them into bundles, etc., etc. Yeah, that's what's going to be in here, along with pretty much anything else I can think of. But with these ornate windows, I can either do the full block and you'll go up and make arching windows here and here, and not sure how many, but you get the idea. Or I can turn them into panes and be able to do a lot more. I'm gonna have to go into creative world and just look at the two and see which one I like better. And here we are in my creative world, just testing out the different glasses. We have the full ornate iron window, and then we have the panes, and then we have them with the rustic bricks, and once again pane. I'm not sure which I like better. The panes do give it a bit of a 3D look to it, but the full blocks also look quite fine. So I'm gonna have to sleep on this one. Yes, I think I do like these rustic blocks, so we're probably going to use that for most of the factory. We might include some non-rustic to sort of break up the texture a bit, you know, like then I was thinking we'd do something like maybe not there. Looks bad there. We need a block behind that. You get the idea. You know, stick these in, kind of break it up a little bit, make it look like it's worn or weathered. They won't. You can't have them all scattered like that. You might have to do like a little patch of, you know, 3 or 4. You know, something like that. All right, that's the first face to the wall. I did decide to go on the ornate window panes as opposed to the full block. This way it's a little, gives it a little more shape, and we get a little more resources per block. It is an uneven wall. I might move it over one just to sort of balance it better, because it's 20 by 10, and I'm doing 3 wide windows, so there is no middle. Things you don't think about before you start building, or at least things I don't think about. Yeah, it's not gonna fix it, but we'll make do. Now, I do have to be careful because I don't have silk touch, so I don't know how these panes are going to respond if I mess up and I have to use my pick on them. Like that. Well, we'll find out now. And it's gone. But yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. I will have to see about making some lamps that I like to use inside. Can't make a glowstone lamp, a redstone lamp, because we don't have glowstone. Though I could make a rose quartz lamp, and of course can use these lamps that I've been using. If I make a blue lamp, I can actually use lava. Instead of, you know, filling it with oil like you do all the others, you can fill this with lava and it will burn indefinitely. The lava never runs out. So that's how you get permanent light sources in, well, this mod pack. I know I was watching some of Ilmango's videos, seeing how he handled a few different things, and he mentioned forever torches. Yeah, that's not in this mod pack, so you can't make a torch that stays lit forever. Yeah, I like how that's looking. I've got to figure out what I want to do for the roof. With the mechanical saws that I have, I can make terracotta. Where is it? Here we go. I can make these terracotta roofs. I think there's tiled versions, but I'm not seeing them. Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay, that's why. If I search roof, it should show me. Yeah, okay. I can make these different... I see a friend down there. You're not welcome here. Okay, so there are different roofs I can make. Have these sort of tiled look. Ooh, these ones look nice. The gray terracotta tile roof. And then we can also install these attic roofs so we have some more natural light coming down too. I like that idea, but I am going to have to make a mechanical saw. Then I'm going to need to make a create filter, drag these into the filter, whichever one I want, and then apply it to the saw in order for it to actually saw the correct item. That shouldn't be too bad though. All right, I'm going to finish building this and, you know, we'll be back in a bit. And we're just going to cook up this clay into terracotta. And I already have gray dye crafted up so I can toss the terracotta once it's made into the dye, turn into gray terracotta, which we could then on a saw turn into these roof parts. However, I do need to craft a new saw, so I have some raw iron. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to make a mechanical plow so I can set up a auto harvester or auto farm for those Arundo items. These things, because I use those as my brown component for my composters. And that's a new saw. And I think I'm out of andesite alloy. Yeah, well, that'll have to wait. So I missed a step apparently. In order to make white terracotta, you need to soak any terracotta in lye. I thought I had to soak the terracotta in white dye to turn it white and then dye it gray. No, I have to soak this in lye, and to make lye you need water and wood ash. In fact, you need 5 wood ash per bucket, so I've got 45 wood ash, so I can only do 9 buckets. But put that all in there, and I can seal that and grab a pair of logs and boil me some lye. And once that's done, I can put it in this barrel and then start soaking my terracotta and turning that into white terracotta, which I can then in turn soak in this barrel to turn into gray. A lot of steps. Well, scratch that. There is no recipe to turn terracotta into white terracotta. So the only way to get terracotta is to have colored terracotta, and I don't think that spawns naturally. So I can craft terracotta, but I cannot turn this into colored terracotta in any way without modifying the files again. So I guess what we're gonna have to do. I put fixing the, terracotta on hold for now. I had to go out and find zinc so I can craft up more create components. And boy, did we have to go on a journey to find the zinc. Of course, I found some on my way home, but yeah, that's almost 3,000 blocks away just to find zinc that I can use up, because the other site I found, which was the one right above the water, yeah, I've completely mined that out. There's nothing left. But this is something like, well, I'm already at 22 ingots worth here, plus the 13 there. Got a lot of zinc now, which is good. I'm gonna need all of it for create. Well, okay, I'm probably not gonna need all of this, but it will make sure I don't need to get more for quite a while. Before we start building this stuff in our factory, I have crafted up a clutch, some shafts, and some encased chain drives, because we're gonna actually upgrade in here a little bit. I'm gonna take that off, stick a chain drive, and come all the way across to there. I mean, I guess I can put it there, but I don't want there. We're gonna come across with shafts to there. Put our clutch there, and then one more shaft there. Grab one of these levers, put it on, and it's off. So now, if I want to weld stuff in our basin here, I could just pick it up, toss it on the forge, throw what I need in, flick the switch, and we have automatic pressing. And once I need to go craft up some more raw iron, I need to make I want to make a adjustable chain drive, because this has a nice feature of powering it with redstone. It will actually double the speed of anything along its path. So I don't remember what the RPM on all that was. It's going at 8 right now. So if I put a adjustable chain drive there and power it, these would be at 16. So this would run quicker. If I turn that on, it said it's going at 64 SU. So it'd be up to 128. And what we're going to do, and this will probably wait till next episode, is, because I gotta wait for these. Oh, actually I can access it without touching any of the trees. I'm gonna put a chain drive here and have it run this way. Probably run under the ground to about here, where it'll pop up and provide power along this wall. And then what I'm thinking of doing is having a scaffolding leading up here, so I could have a walkway above my contraptions. And I'll have a conveyor belt up here and have the stuff be top fed. Oh, but I can finally make my mechanical harvester. I mean, it's only one for now, but yeah, I can set it up so that I harvest the Arnundo, that stuff over there, and have it automatically feed into a chest, and with the end result of having it auto feed into my composters. And if I upgrade these composters, since there is an upgrade to them, here it is, iron composter, which uses wrought iron, and it actually works twice as fast. So if a normal composter takes, is it 11 or 12 days, this would take half that time. Or is it a third of that time? I don't remember if it's 4 days or it doesn't matter. It'd be much faster. Then we can have those in here somewhere too. I'm going to finish building the floor and maybe the scaffolding off camera. I'll run the shaft power through here, and next episode we'll start working on some automation. Quick update though, no TerraFirmaCraft tomorrow on Wednesday. Instead, next episode's going to be Friday. That'll give me time to actually get more work done. Until then, thank you for joining me today. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Later.